Assalamu alaikum ji, hello everyone. My name is Mohammed Haris Amin and I'm official representative at NC Solicitors. Today's video is going to be on Australia, and in this video we are going to discuss state by state condition whether students can travel to Australia or not, because there is still a confusion that students can travel to Australia in any state they want to go, in any city they want to go, or is there any restriction. So I'm going to clear that confusion in this particular video, so kindly do watch the full video. And for all those people who haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe the channel so that you can get the latest information on daily and regular basis. Now I'm going to give you basically a breakdown state by state. We all know that Australia has now announced, has reconfirmed that Australian borders will open from 15th of December 2021 and international students can travel to Australia. But what is the status of each and every state? That is I'm going to discuss in this particular video. Now starting from Queensland. Queensland announced that it would reopen its border today to domestic hotspots, and international students are still expected to return from December 15. This does not change the easing of Australian border restriction for international students from December 15th, said Study Queensland. This does not change the easing of Australian border restriction, so they can basically travel to Australia to Queensland as well. Coming to New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania and South Australia. All these states welcome fully vaccinated students. Visa holders and other eligible visa holders can travel to and from Australia without needing to apply for a travel exemption effective of December 15, 2021. New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia. You don't need to worry at all. You can travel, you can study there, you can go to Australia in these particular states. You will not be required to take any travel exemption. You can travel to Australia in these particular states very easily. That is not going to be an issue from December 15th. For New South Wales, the two existing flights scheduled to land in Sydney on December 6th and 24 are still proceeding. These flights are part of separate travel exemption process that was before that particular announcement under the New South Wales International Student Arrival Pilot Program. The Tasmanian government has also provided a negative fact sheet for your pursual. And Western Australia, coming to Western Australia now, on the same day that Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison confirmed the easing of Australian travel restrictions for international students from December 15, Western Australia Premier Mark McGowan announced that Western Australia will reopen its borders to interstate and international travelers from Feb 5th, 2022. Western Australia is making the delay, and they are expecting that by 5th Feb 90% of the population, that is 12 plus in age group, they will be fully vaccinated. So they are pushing a bit, and they will be opening up the international borders from 5th Feb 2022, which means that students cannot travel to these states right now. Unfortunately, they have to wait for 5th of Feb to come, and then they can travel to Western Australia. Travelers must be fully vaccinated and will be required to return a negative PCR test result within 72 hours prior to departure, and return a negative PCR test within 48 hours of arrival to Western Australia and on day 6. This is going to be a particular requirement as far as Western Australia is concerned. Northern Territory NT. Currently, only fully vaccinated people, territory residents and people unable to be vaccinated, such as children under 12, can enter the Northern Territory. According to the 9.com, Chief Minister Michael Gunner announced that all interstate arrivals to the Northern Territory who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19 will not have to quarantine from December 20th, not for 15th, from December 20th. Gunner was quoted saying that the territory was now preparing for its biggest step towards COVID freedom so far, the opening of its border on December 20th. From then, all fully vaccinated arrivals, regardless of where they come from, will not have to quarantine. Travelers, however, are expected to be tested for the virus. Now, to conclude this video, basically I'm making this video for you guys so that you can understand what is the situation in each and every state, because there is a confusion and it's quite visible, and it should be there. Queensland, students will be able to travel to Australia. New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, students will be able to travel from 15th of December. Western Australia, unfortunately, students have to wait for 5th Feb 2022, and they will be able to travel to Australia only after 5th Feb 2022. Coming to Northern Territory, finally, fully vaccinated people, territory residents and people unable to be vaccinated, there are children under 12, they can only travel. International students are basically not a part of it. So just to conclude and just to give you a short review, I have made this video, and just to make this thing clear that in which states you can travel, which is now clear that Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, that is not going to be an issue, but Northern Territory and Western Australia, they have pushed, Western Australia has pushed till 5th Feb 2022, so that is unfortunately going to be an issue for now, but overall Australia is moving towards opening up the international borders, and inshallah everything will be fine now, and they are not going to shut down again because the Omicron variant is not that much of dangerous, right? So I hope you have liked this video. Can you do tell me in the comment section what are your views regarding this particular video, and if you still have any question or queries, you can ask me in the comment section, right? Thank you very much for your time. Take care. Allah Hafiz.